So why did you guys want to remove the middle fragment?
So basically, what it is doing is the reason to have the location, this particular fragment. See, there are going to be two things. One is locations based on your current location, and centers based on the search criteria, right? So what is happening over here is that there are two tabs satisfying the same criteria of current location. So see, the list is showing.
Not really, because you have a different view of that, right?
It's showing it in a different way, which is sometimes it's useful.
One is a list and one is a map, so that's very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Angel. Angel, if you guys don't remember, well, you guys probably wouldn't remember. He's from the Florida channel. And he's one of the guys, or he's the guy who oh my goodness, how would you guys know him? Oh, he was the guy who was in Miami, or he is in Miami, and was going to have an in-person meetup about Kotlin. And I think they did, but I was trying to get them to stream it to our channel so we could watch it. That didn't really work. Sorry.
Well, I actually put the link for the stream. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I did.
No, I think, yeah, I didn't see it. So sorry.
No problem. Sorry.
No, sorry, Anusha.
Oh, yeah.
So I think those two things are very useful. That's just my opinion. I mean,
no, the thing is that
they show the same information, but they give you a different view of that information.
Agreed. So I mean, we are not 100% sure on this, but we were just thinking to do that. We are going to provide that facility of map thing for sure, but it won't be a part of the tab. It will be a small icon within within this one tab only here. It will be an icon over here, and if you click on that map, it will launch another fragment here. And so what you're trying to say is that instead of doing that, we just keep the way it is right now?
I think like the setup that we have right now, I think it's good.
Yeah, I just don't see a reason to hide it.
Because if you do, okay, so if you go back to location list, right? And then you have this button, it's like, I would think that, like, if a user is using it and if he swipes left or if he swipes right to the map, I think it's more convenient.
Okay, so but then in that case we would need something for the search location as well, because right now we are just showing the map. We need a list for that as well, right?
That's what Brendan is working on, right?
Yeah.
So, oh, you are working on that, creating the list?
Yeah, but it's kind of like the same thing as what Aaron is doing. So, I got to branch up, but my part is still not done yet. It's only halfway finished.
Okay.
Anna, no.
Okay, it was good to know, because I was going to start working on that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we had two similar stories. And we did that purposefully because we wanted Brandon working on the one, I think what you have in your center tab, right, Brandon?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we wanted in the center tab. And then you guys were going to work on just the list part of it. So that's why we had two different stories. But if you guys had already done that, what is the third thing for? I'm sorry, can you demo the third fragment?
That's the search location one.
Okay. So how do I input the location? Just start typing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, all right. Can you X out of that altogether? My question is this. When you first go to that screen, how does it look different than the than the middle fragment? What tells the user that this is something to do that's different than what they just saw?
It's only that it has a search, edit text, and search things.
Oh, it does have the text entry when you first go into that fragment?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you, so it has a search box.
Okay. Yeah, that's the part I couldn't really tell or see, but okay.
So you got a search location which search for a place, and then it looks for the donation centers near that place, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and that's just Google Maps, and you can select, and then you can put any like find by something there. So I can put my address in there. I can put near the Superdome in Dallas. I can put a description that Google Maps can find, right? Or what can I put in there to search?
Can you give me an example? Because I believe that what Sarah we do with the Google Maps actual application, we can do with the search box here. So
okay, so if it's looking for blood donation centers near my location, how do I tell it to look for blood locations near my location? Do I give it a zip code? Do I tell it near, the high school on 5th Street? And then what will come up, right?
So for example, if I put in a zip code here, I'll put my zip code 75240, and I try to search it.
Do you get blood donation center, or you just get a map of your area?
No, when I put a zip code here, it gives me the option, which zip code are you referring to?
Okay, so select one of those. I guess you share zip codes through multiple cities. I have one of those cities here too. Like Mary's the same as Heathrow, so I get that. But select one. It doesn't matter which one. Okay, so then it crashed.
Okay, give me a
That's
moment.
fine. Hi, Aaron.
Hi, sorry. I'm eating here, so I'm keeping myself on mute.
Yeah, I was eating too. I can go back on video. Here we go. But I was drinking it. Okay. That didn't sound good. I was drinking water.
It's crashing.
You're drinking and eating at the same time.
Okay, it's crashing. I need to see what exactly is going wrong with this.
That's fine. So we did have somewhat of a loose agenda today. I wanted to kind of make sure we touch on those points, and then we can go back to the app. So we'll just right on past the demo part, because I think we still need to talk about more demos. Let's talk about the sprint backlog. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're just going to look at what we've done and what we're working on. Okay. And I will apologize to everyone right now. Last week was not my week, so I didn't get anything done. I feel horrible, but just a lot of stuff going on, I know. And next week I'll be traveling, but the good thing about next week is in the evenings I have nothing to do because I'm not at home. So.
Oh, also, I've emailed Jamie, the developer from Just Giving.
Okay.
So I'm waiting for his reply.
Okay.
I CC'd you on that email, I think.
Thank you. Yep, I saw that.
Yeah.
Let's look at the screen here. So I still notice that the board's really not changing. So it's making me wonder if you guys are using this tool and if you think it's useful. If it's not, then we can use a different one.
No, I think we should stick to it. It's just that, like last week, I've busy with the course. I'm not finished with the course yet. So So yeah.
Just show of hands or just sound off. How many people are still actually working on the course?
No, I'm still working on it. I'm on lesson.
Technically, I'm working on it, but I haven't worked on it for a while. But I'm pushing it over for another week.
Okay, so where are we? Anybody past lesson 10?
Yeah, I'm on 11. I'm on 12, I think.
Okay, so you're almost to the end.
Lesson 10?
Okay, you're on lesson 10. Okay, so we're nearing the end, right? Do you guys want to take a break to focus on that right now, or what do you want to do? Because we have all the time in the world to do this, right? Your primary responsibility is getting through the course, and if any of us can help you with that, then please let us. I finished 2 weeks ago. So I don't know how I can help, but if it means I take stories that you guys are in flight or working on and actually work on them for you, so you don't feel any pressure to work on this, I can do that.
Anuja, are you finished with the course yet, or are you still going?
No, I actually did another course in between, so I'm a bit behind. I'm on 8 right now.
Okay.
Okay. So you're still busy with the course. Okay.
Yeah.
I can actually manage it because I'm not working full time. I've taken a break, so I can manage it. Not a problem.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I definitely need more time to just finish the course. I'm planning to finish it in maybe a week and a half, and then after that I can just go like full speed ahead with this project.
That's fine. Give you guys an idea. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 Sundays left before the end of the course. The course ends on April
11th, right?
11th, right? So that's like two of our sprints, right? So we're doing 2 sprints. If you guys need to sit out a sprint in order to get your course finished, I'd rather everybody to be done ahead of time than to get to the end and scrambling, because this wait, just absolutely wait. Anuja, I love your participation, but I would really like to see you further in your course, because I want all of us to get to phase 2 together.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
still participate in stand-up so you can be aware of what's going on, but let's get you further along, because lesson 10, everybody who's done it will tell you, is bigger than it looks. It's actually 2 lessons in one. There are 46 or so.
Is that a content provider?
Content provider and building content providers. Those are
you're making yourself.
lessons. Yeah, those are huge lessons. It took me 2 weeks to get to lesson 10, probably because I was in a bit of when I started it, but okay, I was in a bit of a slump when I started it. So I was like, oh, I'm towards the end, so I can, relax. No, you can't relax on lesson 10. So let's get you past lesson 10 first. And again, if any of us can help with anything unusual, please let us know. But I'd like to see you. I'd like all of us to get to phase 2 together.
Yes.
This can wait.
Yep.
Agreed. Thank you.
No problem at all. We can still meet twice a week if you guys like to, and obviously we're all on Slack and can answer any questions. I know that lesson 10 and 11 had some issues with the courseware itself. It annoyed the crap out of me, I'm not gonna lie. There were parts where the sample code was wrong and parts where the video was wrong, and it's supposed to be like one is the source of truth, but that's you really didn't know which way you were going. So you guys will see what I mean when you get to it. It'll just throw you for a loop a little bit, but just get through it, because it won't last forever.
So what should we do in the meantime, Shelly?
I'm going to definitely, so I will do this. I have Anuja's and Aaron's code to review and merge. And then I think what based upon what I've been reading, and I think what we've decided, we're using the MVVM application structure, right? Okay, so I'm just going to make sure we're refactored into that structure. And then if there's, after that, I don't know where Troy is in the course, because he never joins our meetings, but he's been chomping at the bit looking for work. So definitely he can help pick up some of the things that you guys would have been working on. I think the last thing I asked him to work on was the Facebook login. And I haven't heard back from him on that, but.
Well, he sent you a message, I think, on Slack or something, no?
What day was it?
Today. I think he sent he got an error or something from Firebase.
Yeah. I've been kind of unplugged for the last 3 days. Sorry, guys. Yeah. I unplugged since Friday. So I will look and see if I didn't answer his, well, let me see. Hold on.
Yeah, today at like 9:50 a.m. You're in there. You're there. Just go up a little.
Where? I don't have a DM for him.
You're here. You're in the thing.
Here we go. Oh, you mean no?
Yeah.
This one. Okay. Log in.
in the web meeting.
I think he means in the Slack channel itself.
Yeah, in the Slack channel.
Yeah, he just means in the web meeting channel.
Oh, in web meeting Slack channel. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much. I'm gonna be honest. I pretty much ignored most of this weekend. So I'll go back to like Friday and start reading messages. But he said he sent it today.
Go all the way down. All the way.
I'm at the end.
Go up a tiny drop. There you go.
Okay. Oh, he emailed me. Okay, that's a kiss of death, guys. Email is like junk mail.
He definitely sent something. He's a lot.
Yeah, please don't email me because I won't read it. I promise you. That's the one thing I can guarantee, that I will not read your email. I just won't.
I will learn from that now. Can I just hijack for a second?
Sure.
Anuja, how did you get past that problem with the building with the Dex archive merger? Because I'm trying to do it on my computer so I could show it to everybody on the emulator, and I'm getting
I
an
did a
error.
clean project.
You did a clean? My clean didn't work. Okay, I'll try again.
Okay.
All right.
So we're resolved to, if you need to step away, get to a good place in the course. I say if you're at lesson 12 or 13, you're in a good spot, because those are smaller lessons, although they will annoy you because they'll have like a screen with no formatting, and then a screen that looks like something and not really explain to you how they got from one point from A to B, but just experiment and figure that one out. But yeah, I say I want everybody at lesson, not necessarily completed, but at lesson 12 before you give this any serious attention. But still, please stay plugged in so you'll know what's going on. And if we can help you with your course, please let us know. Have any questions, please ping us. And we're just here for everybody. I really would love for all of us to get to phase 2 together. So
Yes.
Sure. Thank you.
That'll be
Yep.
awesome.
So do you know how they evaluate your participation? Like,
yep, I can tell you that I am not sitting pretty for phase 2, because there are a couple things that they evaluate that I've not been doing for the last few weeks. Completion of the courseware, participation in the community on Slack and on the message board. And I pretty much abandoned the message board like a month ago.
Yeah, I've been out of it for a while too.
It was, I don't know, I think it was a lot of people posting because they had to. There was really nothing interesting there. Besides Brendan. Brendan had stories and stuff, and it was educational, but everybody else, it was not very useful information. I found Slack to be much more useful. So,
But I think from the AMA sessions, they said that you can pick either or. It doesn't matter.
okay.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you're like active on Slack, that's participation.
Correct.
Yeah.
They can't rule.
Doesn't matter which one.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I haven't really done that either, because I've been pretty much like in this particular channel since we formed it.
This channel is also a participation.
Yeah.
It is.
Wait, just by having this project is a participation.
That's also
That's
true.
true.
You're getting people into this, so
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So, has any of you guys been approached or signed up for and was assigned a room to be the student leader for? I know I'm a student leader. Brenda's a student leader. Angel's a student leader. Either
I'm
of you
not a
guys?
student leader.
You didn't do that? Okay. So we'll talk about that at some point, because they want to do student leader AMAs in groups. So that would be fun. I'd love to have you guys in my group.
no,
So,
they are doing it. They are doing it on the 24th, I think.
no,
Yeah.
that's like the no, the 24th is the all day thing they're doing to get everybody up to 80%. Right?
Oh, okay. So it's different from what you just talked about.
Right. So yeah, they're leading this 12-hour I don't know what they're calling it, but
Hackathon.
I think it's still an MMA, but it's just an MMA for like each lesson, and each student leader leads, a particular lesson. Like I have to do. Well, I signed up for SQL.
okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's to get everybody who's still engaged, I guess, up to 80% of the course. That makes me wonder whether or not there are not that many people actually like getting to the end, or
I mean, there's 5,000 people here. How many thousands are on officially?
I don't. Officially, there were over 3,000. Well, officially there were 5,000 people invited, and then only about 3,200 actually showed up, and that's just based upon who. When you first log in, you're like thrown in this introduction, in this introduction, and you'll see there. That's how many people. Right? because everybody is invited to that when they first start Slack. So I figured that's a pretty good count. But out of that, how many people are still engaged? I have no idea. Not very many.
You see a lot of the same names on Slack. There's not so many new names that you see.
Mm-hmm.
Well, also too, a lot of people are on the forums or just choose not to use Slack.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
I mean,
Although I see a lot of crossover between the forums and Slack, though.
Yeah.
I do.
I really can't say because I've only been on the forum like twice.
Oh, really?
It's just not my medium anymore. I used to find it useful. Now I just don't. I find applications like Slack very useful. Okay, so back to the board real quick, guys. So yay, nay, we're keeping it. We're gonna, when we all are dedicated or have more time, we're gonna keep it up to date. But even if you don't have that much time, if you're working on something, please let us know that you're working on it by just moving it to in progress. That way, we know.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since we're only having stand up twice a week now, it's good to know what somebody's working on, or if you're having something like you guys with your story here, you're probably more like right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
With these things.
Well, we don't. Yeah. The donate. I don't think we even got involved in the donate. Right. Nobody took that on yet. Right. The
donate button. No.
Yeah, because we have to get through to Just Giving first for that.
No. As a donor, when I select the donate blood option, I would like you and that.
Right. I'm sorry. The donate blood. True.
Yeah.
That we're doing.
So
yeah, I mean that sort of we veered off from this task to several different tasks.
Branches
of that task.
So that's where we kind of need to just keep track of what we're doing, right? So if you is this the one you? Okay, so this is the story that you guys have been working on, and there's absolutely no task in there. Whereas with Brendan's story, I know at least that he has the intent to create unit tests. Yay! And then when he actually creates it, he can we can see the progression. Right now, we only see your check-ins, and not really having an association of what those check-ins are with the stories that we have on our board. So please, it doesn't take that long. All you have to do is drag and drop, and I'm happy. That's all.
Okay.
And I will post this again in our room. So if you guys have lost this link, here it is. Oh, I wish I can put it somewhere where you can find it easily. Here, I'll post it. That's not our room. I'll post it and pin it. How about that?
Yep. Okay, thank you.
I don't know how to pin it.
You can pin it on the about the channel. Yeah. Well, yep.
There we go. So it's up there. Please just, help us stay organized. It's just a little bit of work. It really doesn't take that long.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The only other thing I wanted to cover, you guys, and this is sounding more like a status meeting than a stand-up, but the least, okay, I'll stop for now. Aaron, you wanted to share something?
I did, but I can't get it to work, so that's driving me a little crazy.
Okay, can I just go back onto the map functionality? So at the moment, do we still want to, because you have pretty much all of the map functionality sorted, do I still need to go in and finish off my code, or what?
That's really up to you. You saw it. I showed it to you, right? How it looks. If you think that's good, and you don't want to try the other option, well, it's really. I think it's in your hands.
Okay, sure.
Can I ask you?
I will just continue what I'm doing, and then at the end we'll just do a code review, and then.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I just share my screen? Maybe somebody knows how to fix this error, which is driving me insane. Here. Okay, you see?
It's not responding?
No, you see this error over here?
The part where it says your app compat is not.
Well, yeah, that too. That I have no idea what's causing that, because I don't have, these things must be like brought in from something else, because I don't have them here in my Gradle file.
Hold on.
I don't know when
Highlight over it again. I want to see exactly what it was saying. Exact same version.
Right, but I'm not including Android support animated vector drawable directly or media router directly. So I don't know where those are coming from.
Did you?
It must be from a dependency of one of the dependency, whatever, you know what I mean? Like
right. So
well, I could definitely switch it to 26.1.0 because that I see on my other things. But my main issue is right over here. You see this? Well, let's try it again and we'll see what happens. Basically, if I do run, okay, I get this. And I know I had this issue and I cleaned and rebuilt and it worked, but that's not working now.
Can you do this in the the window where it shows the project hierarchy? Instead of the Android thing, can you select the project one? You have the Android.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Go to the project, remove the, open it, remove the .gradle folder.
Delete?
Yeah, delete it. It will create it again. Clean your project, build it, and try to run.
Okay, let's try. Build clean project.
You may also try to uninstall the application from that virtual machine, because I found there was one lesson in lesson 10 or 11 that it wasn't refreshing. Every time I installed it, it would crash. Or every time I ran it, would crash. So I finally just uninstalled it from the VM and
from the emulator.
From the emulator, yeah.
Let's try that too. Why not? Install. Okay. Wait, let's see. It's building. Let's see. Oh, I think we're good. No, because like this, I could show everybody. I know, Anuja, you were trying to show it on your phone in front of the.
It still crashed.
It crashed.
Okay. So let's look at that dependency issue. Can you guys tell me what is the difference between implement and compile?
I have no idea. I just copy and paste.
No, implement I think is with Kotlin. Believe it or not.
Okay, so implementations are only for Kotlin?
The implementation is what I think.
Yeah, because they tell you like sometimes to copy and paste like both. Should I try to delete it? See what happens?
Hold on. Another thing is you have a build tool of 26.0.2.
Where is that?
Up 1, 3, 4, 5, line 20.
120.
Oh, the build version. The build version.
Nope. Line, should that be 1.0?
Yeah.
Let's try that.
Hold on. Let's just look at everything else before we try anything else. Okay. 26. 20. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Right, all my dependencies that I'm sticking in here are 26.1.0, right? Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'm trying to look on Stack Overflow, see if I find something.
Yeah, so I copy and pasted. They tell me to delete the Gradle file, which I did.
Yeah.
And then let's try sync again. I'm still gonna get that error. This is
nope. That's good.
Okay, let's
good.
see.
Click on the install and build. Nope. Click on the. Cancel that.
Cancel.
Click on install build tools and sync project.
Oh.
Yeah. That might be it.
Oh, fun stuff.
Oh.
Why can't it download it?
I'm not available.
It may not have that as a real build tool. Okay, go back up and change it to 26.0.2. Right there. Yep.
0.
2. Yeah. That sucked because the other error went away now.
Wait.
Maybe you can download that dependency just by looking it up on the. Let me see if I can do it.
Now let's maybe try to change all of them to 26.0.2. Let's see what happens. And then where do I have it again?
Yeah, I just think they're different. I don't think they're the same thing. One is a build tool and one is the actual framework version.
Yeah, but they want everything to be the same.
Okay. And there we go.
No, there we don't go.
No. You're good. Look at your build, your Gradle build.
Yeah, I know. But that happened last time also. And still,
Okay.
observe. Here we go. This is driving me crazy.
You know what you could do? Maybe you can just start the emulator first and then start the project, and maybe that'll work.
The emulator's
What is the error? Can I
Oh,
just
is that already?
the error?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Transform Dex archive.
Yeah, I don't know what Dex archive is merging. I have no idea what this is doing.
Hold on. So.
Another thing that you can do is you'll have to remove the caches.
Okay.
But I don't know that will solve the problem or not.
Hold on. Form Dex archive. Here we go. That came up right up.
I know I solved this before, and Anuja solved it also. So I don't know what. Right, you got it to run on your phone, correct?
Yeah. And that better reminds me, Aaron, there is some, actually I was just showing a demo to Shelly and Brandon right now, and we're getting a null pointer exception at the latitude and longitude class, where you have that code lat_launch.builder in the map utils file.
Right, that's a Google Places, a Google map. One second, let me.
Okay. So
do you have your play service? What's your play service version at the moment? Google Play. Go scroll down.
Well, that would be
11.8.
11 point.
I don't know why I could take.
If you look at the what I just put in Zoom chat, it says that was from someone who had a similar issue, and they said actually it was just because of version conflicts. Android has recently updated their libraries to 27.1.0, and I was using 26.1.0. I simply changed my dependencies from 26.1.0 to 27.1.0, and it helped me.
Let's see. 27.1.0, and you have to change the build tools also, probably, no?
I don't know that is the same thing as.
Let's try without it.
Other ones. Hold on. You have others that have 20. Yeah, there we go.
Ah. Okay, let's try sync now.
It's telling you something though. Oh, you're syncing first? Okay. What is it telling you?
No, I don't know what is going on.
Hold on. Did it sync?
I think it's a problem with only that line, not the rest of the ones, because they.
Hold on. Let it finish. Okay.
No, it's synced. Try it. See if it works.
Okay. So hold on. Go ahead.
Let's try again. Okay, there it goes.
Yeah, same thing.
Same error? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, try this one. I'm going to send a link to the chat.
Okay.
Well, it will tell you to add a true state. Yeah, this is what this is what you've done, right, Aaron?
Clean and rebuild, yeah.
Oh, no, it says the update. Read what it says there. Update the Google Play services.
No, I had the same problem when I updated from this to this, and they just solved it with clean and rebuild.
Okay. Hold on.
You only delay the real problem resolution.
It's not a solution. Okay.
Okay, can you scroll down?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, it says multi-dex enabled true.
Oh, that might actually, yeah.
Why not?
How would you do that, though?
Android, probably in the Gradle.
It's in, the module Gradle under default config. If you don't have a default config, there we go.
I have over there. So what? I just put that in.
Yeah, just stick it in there.
Right.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, Brandon, but I actually did that. It didn't work for me. And there was another post that said that when you do that, and you launch your application on the Play, it will not work on certain devices.
Right.
Okay, but let's, just to see it up and running until we solve this weird issue.
Yeah.
I don't get where's it 27.0.2 or 25?
Some versions.
Oh, now it's working. Listen. Okay.
Yeah, it will work, but it has this thing on the
Right.
post somewhere. But yeah, it's okay. I mean, for now it worked, so that's cool.
Okay, 1 second. So there's another bug that I have to deal with. This is not going to load until you first go into Maps. I have to fix this and locate. Now, let's go. Okay. Now we can see everything. Can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Right there. And I know, Shelly, this is for you. Now you can just press this and automatically directions.
Will that other go back? Okay, so you can zoom into that map that you want?
Well, you can, but I'm on a emulator, which is a pain in the rear.
Difficult.
Right. But technically, you can zoom in.
Oh, so that's how you do that.
I don't see what he's doing. What is
press
that?
No, I didn't know how to zoom. So with
I think you
I
press
still don't know.
control, I think.
What are you doing?
On a Mac, you press
He's zooming.
command,
Command.
and you get that, and then you click and drag.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, man. That's cool. I didn't know.
So, but as you can see, when it loads it up, it loads it in a way, well, the first time it loads it in a way that everything is in the viewport. It's perfectly, so you could see every location up there. And then you click, and that'll give you some information. We could add in more information here if we want. Then this comes like pre-packaged. I didn't code this, that you could just click one of these to launch either Google Maps or get directions.
Okay. We were trying to work with that. Yeah, we were trying to work with that one. Click on that.
Okay, this one I never used yet.
Okay.
Let's put in, give me a zip code. Let's try.
468.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, that's not going to work. How do I?
The number thing. 1, 2, 3.
You have to click the number button.
You have to go down. You have to go down. 468.
Yep. 05.
05. This is so fun to use. Okay, let's go search.
There was an easier way, but let's go. That's a street address, not the zip code.
Oh, okay. But
hey, this worked. It crashed on my phone.
Yeah, it did crash for her. Can you do something like, oh gosh, near 7-Eleven on 5th Street?
Near 7-Eleven on 5th Street? Where?
I don't know. Let's see where it takes us.
It's gonna no results.
Okay.
Let's get something more like concrete. Let's say in a city. Do you know any 7-Elevens nearby?
Near Lake Mary.
Near Lake Mary?
Uh-huh. Florida.
Orlando, Florida.
That's probably that one. Yeah.
Just put near Lake Mary, FL.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, it's going to give me that.
Okay, so that should, okay, perfect. That's what I was looking for.
That's sweet.
Because that will show me, like, if it was my map, I have like 50 bazillion stars on this map, right? So I know where all my favorite places are. I use maps a lot. All my favorite places are, and I could associate one of those bubbles with like one of my stars and say, okay, if I go to lunch here,
exactly.
If I go to lunch there, then go with that one. I just have a ton of options for blood donation. So
that's what happens when you live in Florida.
Well, that's what happens when you live in Central Florida, because it's a really big population of seniors.
Oh, even more than Miami?
Yeah.
I don't think anywhere's more than Miami.
Not many. I mean, honestly, we don't have that many old folk down here.
Yeah. So this is heaven's waiting place. Trust me.
Well, I'm in Camden specifically. I'm in Southwest Miami.
Oh, yeah? No, I've been to Miami. I've been more to, like, I don't know what that, okay. Yeah. I've been more to Miami Beach.
Oh, okay. I'm assuming like mid beach or
Like near Arthur Godfrey.
yeah, yeah,
My grandmother lives there, so
yeah. No, it's a good area.
there you go.
That's nice.
Not too many, but it works.
Okay, so here's the question though. What is actually coming up? Is it like any blood donation center, or only blood donation centers associated with Red Cross, or
No, it's working with a search query which I put in. Let me show you. That's in my where is it? Networking intelligence? No, and yeah, here.
okay, so okay, I see what you're doing. So we're actually using maps to input into maps or places.
Well, this you were using. Right, we're using places, and what's happening is we're getting a list of places, and then what we're doing is over here in the map utils, we are, we're getting a map, and then in the map utils, we're basically adding markers for every location that we got. We're not We're not actually doing the search. Meaning, in the search location, the maps is taking care of that for you.
Okay.
Whereas in this one, we're basically taking the data that we got here and we're pushing it here.
Okay. So the search location would replace that intent that I was trying to do, right?
Basically, yes.
Okay.
And it would keep it all in app, which is my concern, be it right.
Okay.
The only issue I still have to work with the code over here is this is old code, and basically you press this and it just launches a map like we had it previously done. What I would now want is when you press this, it just flips you into this tab and locates you on that location. Meaning I would press Center of Jersey Blood Center. It would open up like this. It would open this map like this.
Okay, perfect. The other thing that I noticed, if you go back to the location list,
sure,
it doesn't give you the operating hours if they're already closed.
Right. So the issue is, and this is the issue with, let me show you here, with the Places API, log, where's my log at? Okay, one second, I'm sorry. See here, this is what I'm getting, this is the actual HTTP. Let me just get to one specific item. For some reason, I never get the hours. It doesn't, even though all I'm getting is the opening hours, open now, true or false. There should be technically a list over here of opening hours, and like weekday, like Sunday, this time. I'm not getting that through my API request. And
are you never getting it, or are you only getting it when they're open?
No, I'm never getting it. Even when they're open, I'm not getting it. Well, let's try somewhere in California. They should be open now. What time is it there?
On a Sunday?
No, you're right. It's a Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm 95% sure I've tried it when they've been open, and I'm still not getting the hours.
You can try Hawaii.
Weird. What?
You can try Hawaii, maybe. Hawaii.
Okay, we can try. What's Hawaii? Let's see.
Still a Sunday.
What?
Oh.
I said it's still a Sunday. Even Hawaii, it's still Sunday.
2 o'clock.
And in this,
like
well, either way, I would only get Hawaii in the search location, and beer. Yeah. Either way, Hawaii. What's Hawaii? Hawaii. Here we go.
I have no idea.
I have no idea either. Oh, there we go. Great. We got a crash.
No, why did it crash?
Sorry, guys. That's my fault.
No, this is good.
It's good, actually.
Yeah, this is the very exception that I got while running it on Pixel, Aaron.
So the answer is probably going to be because this data we gave in did not return a lot. The way it's working.
It says it right there. Illegal state. No included points.
Right, because we're using this to build up the lat launch bounds, and we are not getting any data, so it is failing. Meaning, in this location, there must not have been any centers.
Right. So you would just put an if statement.
You need to catch that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not a try catch. It's probably just more of an if. If there is no locations, right?
It's still giving you a legal state exception.
Where?
Right there. You're looking right at it.
Right.
Right there.
Now, what's that? That's coming from the fact that there's no points, meaning this
it's
builder is trying to build lat long bounds when there are no points to build a lat long bounds from.
Okay, so you either need to check to make sure there's something there before you try to do that.
Exactly, yes.
Catch the exception, one way or the other.
Right. To do, make sure, check there are location bounds, I don't know, points, markers in parentheses for me. Okay, so we have that there.
Sweet.
Okay, it's good. We found a bug.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how are we still going to have a test on these, Shelley?
I think we should. Unfortunately, I'm not very familiar with how to with Espresso framework. So,
can we do the same with JUnit? Do you think?
There are some things we can use. We could test with JUnit.
I think with the Espresso is probably for the UI elements, right? I'm assuming.
Okay. I don't know. I know nothing about it.
Oh. Okay.
They don't introduce it until the second to the last lesson of the advanced course.
Oh, yeah. Okay, got it.
Yeah. I know nothing about testing, so.
Well, I know quite a bit about testing. I just don't know that framework.
Right.
I can take that as an action item to kind of like read up on it because we need to do it at some point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we can't depend on us fumbling around the UI to catch errors, right? Basically, we need to be scripted.
For sure.
I can take that.
I don't mind trying to do that.
No, I can jump ahead. I can definitely jump ahead in the course, in the advanced course, and get to it. I'm not working on the original course, so why not?
Right.
Okay.
So where are we? So the question is, where are we going from? I don't know if you spoke about this. Where are we going from here? What do we have to work on?
Okay,
what's the next tasks?
Yep, that's what I was waiting to get to.
Because I think this story is pretty much done. There are some work. I think
it's never done until there's tests.
Right.
So, yeah.
But also in different UIs that maybe we would change.
She's right.
But that we can worry about later. You know.
Mm-hmm. So we will shelve this for a bit until we can get comfortable with writing writing good test or even any test.
Right.
If what I believe is true and what Angel is saying is true about the Espresso framework is only for the UI, then you guys will need to go back and write tests for all of these functions and methods that you have. And good luck with the static methods. So, what's next?
Okay.
Well, you can actually do a test on that one thing with the data points using the JUnit.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, using JUnit, you can be able to test most, if not all, of your methods. Just good luck with the static ones.
Okay, may I ask why? Because I don't know. I'm just curious.
Because JUnit, you can't actually you can't mock static. You can't mock static methods. So when you're testing the method that this method is used, you're actually calling this method itself, right? So you can't actually test wherever this method is used. You can't test that method in isolation, and that's the point of unit testing: is testing code in isolation. You can't isolate this method from the methods it's called from within, right? So where is setup map locations called?
That is called in the
I understand.
map fragment, I think. 1 second. Yeah.
Okay. So a unit test for this, you would mock this this class. You would write a unit test that mocks out this setup map location, but because it's a static method, you can't mock method. Well, Mockito doesn't allow you to mock static methods. You can use Power Mock to do it. It's just a lot more complicated. Generally, we just don't use static methods unless we absolutely have to, or put things that we don't feel we need to test in static methods. That's something that you absolutely needed to test, right? So we'll talk about how that might look different in the future. But for now, just do the best that you can with the Mockito, with unit tests in Mockito. And if you've not done unit tests before,
I've never done unit tests before.
We will talk about those when you get further enough in your regular course. I'd like to like brush up myself on Espresso, and then for us to just spend one just writing tests. That's not the way you generally do things at all. That's a really bad way to do things. But since we're already here without any tests, let's just move forward. The next thing we're gonna do, or the next functionality, if I could share.
Sure.
Share? Yeah. Next functionality. Share. Sorry. Next functionality is the. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Brendan and I looked at a couple of the donation websites, and this one was one that had a feature-rich API. So we initially thought, oh, great, you can do everything we want to do within this one, everything we want to do for campaigns and monetary donations, we can do from within this API. So we reached out to the to justgiving.com. We were trying to set up a meeting with them to just get an understanding basically of what would we need to do to enable PayPal donations. And the reason why we were looking for that specifically is because my preference is not to collect credit card information directly within our application. You guys don't understand the implications of actually securing or hardening an application for PCI compliance. I would rather forward them to PayPal and let them put that donation in PayPal. Yeah, and this tool allows for it, but there's no really good example how. Yeah, there's really just no really good example how.
Yeah, and I was trying to set up a meeting with them through phone calls, but in the last minute, they just told me that they can't make it, and then I shoot another email back to them and say, hey, we really need to have that mouth-to-mouth call, and then I'm just waiting for the reply at the moment.
Right. So they were like, well, our API is out there. If you have any questions, you can email us. And I kind of feel like, you know, a voice conversation, a conversation of any type, whether it be voice or chat, is more useful for us at this point than an email. To me, email is not something to use for conversations. It's just not interactive enough. So I was hoping that they would, what am I looking? Yeah. Where is that? Brendan, I can't find that one page that showed.
Which one are you looking for?
The one page that showed like the endpoints for this API.
Endpoint. So go up on the left, endpoint.
Yeah. Oh, it just took a while to load.
Yeah.
Every time I went in, I just saw the postman. So as you can tell, it has endpoints for creating campaign or creating like campaigner accounts, right? What we talked about, creating campaigns, donations. It has the team thing we were talking about, right? So I think we have two choices. We can keep bugging them to just get on the phone with us and try and get them to give us some guidance, particularly when it comes around payment collection. And or we can try to implement some of the features that we want to implement without any assistance from them, just simply using the documentation, and then just, bombard them with questions as they come up.
That might be the last resort, yeah.
Yes.
I feel like that's the very last resort. I'd rather keep plugging. If I'm going to bombard them with anything, it's with a request to just have a conversation with us. And I'm disappointed that they feel like email replaces a conversation, because it really doesn't. It just doesn't. But remember, we were talking about.
Do you have an API to work with donations, to make your donation to them?
Yeah.
Through them? Where is that? Over here?
Donation.
Is that, I have to see, when I read that, I thought that was just like to get like information about a donation. You could actually donate, maybe this token. Where would that be? Probably that.
Hold on, let's see. Fundraising. No, that's actually creating a fundraising page. There, hold on. Search project, MS team.
Were you just looking for the PayPal part? Is that it, or?
Yeah, I know there's a way of doing it. Crowdfunding, no, to be. It has to be there, because on the other page, the documentation page, it actually tells you to use this user's account when testing PayPal. So I know it's there, and to use this for testing credit.
So it must be there.
It has to be there, but like, you don't see it, I don't see it. So, the question is, where is the, specific documentation that talks about how to collect?
I would assume it's somewhere in the donations over here.
Here?
But I think this is querying data about donations.
Maybe this is it. No. Okay, so if we think about the way that works, they donate and they're forwarded to PayPal with like some ID that tells PayPal this is the campaign, and that they're donating to. Then that money goes to Just Giving, and Just Giving then sends something back or puts something somewhere where we could retrieve information about that specific donation, right?
Yeah,
that's the way it has to work, right? I can't think of any other way that it works.
May I ask you a question?
Sure.
Maybe you guys discussed this before, but is there any reason why we don't just use PayPal's API directly, or?
Because we want to.
We don't want responsibility for collecting money. You have to be extremely transparent when you're collecting money for charity. And in order to use PayPal, you have to set up an account to receive that money, right? So you can't receive it on your personal account, right? You have to receive it under a charitable donation account. And I don't think we've gotten that far where we would actually set up a charitable donation account.
Okay. I'm sorry, I understand.
Nope, that's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, payment versus donations are a world of difference. Payment would be easy, right? Because you could set up a payment account, but this is not a payment account; it's a donation account.
No, I understand. It's actually easier to let them do it than having us to do it. No, that makes sense.
Yep. But so that's where we are. We could try to identify which of these endpoints and APIs we want to actually use and start implementing them as services or service calls, right? Right? Nod your heads. Yes, no.
No.
I don't know
what you're saying, but it sounds very good.
And then see how it works, right? Unit tests for them and see if we could, post it. You know what I mean? Post a donation. See where we could then query for that donation on Just Giving. That's the way that I think it should work. We would send them to post a donation to PayPal, and then we would get either something back from, we'd have to get something back from Just Giving, or go look for something based upon a donation ID that we pass to PayPal.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way.
Yeah, that makes sense. But you have to figure out where to get the donation ID and all that stuff.
Right. So.
Right. Then also we have to figure out exactly what we're going to display for a campaign and what we can get from Just Giving, what data we get from them about the campaign or about the account, I guess, or whatever it is that we could display then to the user.
Okay, so that's posting campaigns. So charity ID. Receive the collection of campaigns summaries that are associated with a charity. Okay. So we set up a charity, then set up different campaigns for that charity.
Right. So where's a charity? Query a charity. You got that right before, no?
I think we set up one charity, and then like we would have one charity and multiple campaigns, right?
Probably, yeah.
So do we need the API to set up the one charity? Couldn't we just set it up?
Well, you're gonna set that up in Just Giving, probably on their website, but then you're gonna want to display certain information on you probably want to display that on the campaign. For many,
right.
First of all, so they know that this is coming from Just Giving, that this is not us collecting their money and sticking it in our back.
Right. So when we're looking for campaigns, we have to pass the charity name and the campaign name.
Right, and then you'll just deal with that. Right, then you get the story. If you go up there, they have like the target, the story, which is going to be a string, like any information about it. I'm getting dizzy.
Sorry.
I'm joking.
I'm going slow. You haven't seen me click.
You haven't seen me click.
Yeah, I put Brendan to shame. He mindlessly clicks. He's like, stop. But okay, so yeah, we could dig into this and still start bugging them about giving us some guidance. I think we can take a two-prong approach. If someone feels like they can dig into this, and just what I'd like to do is just identify the operations we would or would not use. Right? We would use the creator. Would we use the creator campaign one at this point? Not with the MVP, because we decided with the MVP we'd have one charity.
One campaign.
One campaign. So we can set that all up in the Just Giving website, and then just focus on collecting donations, right? And displaying like a ticker, how many donations you have, right? I think that was, collecting donations, definitely the ticker. And the other thing that we still have outstanding, and I was just going to try and tackle, but if somebody else wants to take it, I'm not going to be upset, is this page here. Oh, Jesus, hold on. Come on. This story here. Come on. Nope, not that. Hold on. Where is it? It's the story that this one. No. Where's the story about the main activity page? Because right now we're not showing the main activity page.
Right. Basically that's like we really have to figure out how we navigate all around our app.
Right. So, Brendan, do you remember what story that image was attached?
I think you moved that over. I saw that
go back.
Main activity, the entry point to our app or something.
Yeah.
So I saw that on the board, I think. Go back to the board.
Okay.
I think I saw it, but I think it was moved over to somewhere.
Yeah, because it's not in the story that says that's what it is. So I get confused as to where to find it. Let's see. So, nope.
Now.
Nope.
What's there? Right here. Stop.
Making the main activity as the entry point to the application.
Create a project skeleton in that. Move to the right. Now move to the right. Oh, yeah. I see it. Right.
Keep going to the right.
Right, keep on going.
Oh, okay. It's underdone. Why is it underdone? It shouldn't be done. It's not done. That's not it. That's not it.
No?
That's not it. No, it was under a different story. Here, let's go here. It may not even be on the board, to be honest. That's the temp UI. It was the.
Oh, donate money.
Is it under donate money?
Yes.
Is that where we put it?
I think so, because there's an attachment to it. It shows that.
Yes. Okay. This needs to be in the story on its own because it's just creating this screen.
That looks nice.
Well, this screen is really for multiple campaigns. We have to figure out how to. It's going to be updated. We're only having one campaign right now, so it's really going to be
So
much less than this.
We're talking about just MVP. MVP. This is our main page.
So what do we want to display in the MVP situation on that page? We don't need the separate cards and the two things because we're only having one.
We just need this part. Oh, I didn't even realize that was something right there. We just need this part.
Just need that part, and it needs to look better also.
I was gonna make it look like that. So
it looks
that looks nice to me.
Good already.
Yeah, I have a more critical eye because I actually designed it. Okay, I guess I could take that.
Yes.
Well, where are you? Where are you in the course?
I'm at what's a course? 1 second. Let me look. I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
Udacity. My classroom.
Come here. Oh.
I am 12, basically.
Oh.
Okay, so you're far. You're basically. I'm gonna ask you to wait until you finish 12 to do this.
Okay. Good idea.
Sorry. Thank you. Okay, so if you want to take that, that's fine. My feelings will not be hurt over it.
I'll take it. I can take that. I guess we don't need any bottom navigation at this point because we're not having teams or anything or campaigns or any of that type of stuff right now. Everything's going to be on this page and everything will be navigated to from this page, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The only thing I think we can't do at this point is we haven't determined how to find out how much blood is being donated.
Yeah, that's.
And we need to talk. We really need to talk to Brendan's friend about that. Like, how does he know how much? Like, without an app, how does he know how much blood is donated to his campaign?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Is it just a pledge type of thing? Or is there a way for him to like really find out, And if it's just a pledge.
You want me to have him on the call
next week?
The following stand-up? The next stand-up?
Next
Wednesday.
Sunday would be better because I'm not going to be here Wednesday. I'm traveling.
Okay.
Well, I'm not planning to be here Wednesday. It might happen, but I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be in Jersey next week. So.
Okay, I'll let him know.
Okay.
So next Sunday, yes. Mm-hmm. So anybody wants to take, and we can put this task on the board just to investigate the different endpoints for just giving, and it's and then only somebody who's really far in the course, because I really want you. I sincerely want all of us to get to phase 2 together. Mm-hmm. So if we can't take any stories for this sprint, then, and that's what I'm hoping, no one takes stories for this sprint because they're working on the course. I'm more than happy, like ecstatic.
Okay. I mean, I will be busy with the course for about another 1.5 weeks. So after that,
no pressure. However long, the important part is that on April 10th, you're ready to go on to the next phase, right? Mm-hmm. So you're done with everything. hopefully sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
What I found was because I went through some of the course in the fall and some later, and some early in the morning, I would finish a section and not click on the check mark saying I was done, and just go on to the next one, just click next through it. So I was just going through making sure that I didn't miss anything, and I missed 4. Where
I had that also.
I was done.
Another thing also, if you don't finish the video, it's not marked as complete. Like sometimes I'll get to the end, I got what they're saying, and okay, next, and then actually get to 0. It's not complete. So I had
really.
I gotta check that because I don't watch all the videos. I just do the code sometimes.
That's what happened with me. So I just put on the videos. I put it on the speed, like 12 times speed, and let it fly through all the videos. So just be
So when you say it's not marked as completed, when you actually look at that section of the course, it doesn't show 100%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay,
well, I've seen where I had 100% on the card view of the course, but when I clicked in the course, I hadn't checked any of those boxes where I an exercise. Yeah. So I spent about an hour going through every single one of them, make sure everything was checked, because I don't think they care as much about, one, you have to have everything completed. 2, you have to have all of the exercise questions completed, all of the quizzes completed, and all the answers correct.
Right.
I spent about an hour or maybe 2 just clicking through the whole course, making sure I didn't forget anything.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Because I'm paranoid. Yeah, well.
Well, I'm glad you guys told me that because I would have known.
Yeah.
Well,
when videos I didn't go all the way through too.
When you finish off a lesson, doesn't it say it's completed or something?
Yeah, it does. And Shelly's saying she saw it completed.
I showed 100%. Yeah, it said 100%.
On the thing, I see that. Like on the actual overall view, I see all the different check marks for each lesson. So.
Yep. No, but when you're in
like individual.
When you're in an exercise, make sure all of the to-dos in that exercise are checked, because I clicked next on an exercise without actually clicking that I completed the task in that exercise. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Did I do this exercise? Yeah, I did do this exercise, but I was just following along with the video. So make sure everything is checked that needs to be checked.
Thank you.
Now I'm paranoid and want to go back through it again, but I'm not. That was painful. That was painful. Anyway, I don't have anything else, guys. We're way over time, but it was necessary since we don't have daily stand-ups. So I would say if you're looking for something to do because you just need a break from the course, but still want to do something Android, then pick up a story and start working on it. And know that what we're looking for is someone to dig into the just giving and to do unit test. Those are the 2 goals for the next sprint.
Yeah. Definitely get the unit test underway, because sooner the better, right?
Yes. It's harder to test once you have everything.
I don't mind doing that but I just, like you said, I want to get most of the course done, and then from that
that's the priority.
Yeah, I want to get that done too. Yeah. So I will work with you, Angel. So.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, I know a little bit. I just know straight equals and how to set up the class. That's it. So. Yeah,
I know nothing at all. So.
Well, when you guys are ready, then because I actually code review people tests. That's how into unit testing I am.
What testing thing right now? You use what, JUnit you called it?
I use JUnit. I use Mockito. I use PowerMock. I have used EasyMock, and because of what I'm testing right now is Spring. Spring has test slices for its Spring Boot application, and I use those as well.
Okay,
that's a lot to take in.
That's a lot, yeah.
It is.
But all we're going to use is mostly just JUnit and
start with JU.
Let's just start something. JUnit.
You got to crawl before you walk. So
that's true.
Yeah.
but Brendan can tell you, I showed him some tests that I was going through at work, and like how I name my test methods, and some tools that I use, like Coco, to help me understand my test coverage.
Okay.
So.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
All right, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Remember, don't email me. I won't answer.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. All right, guys. Have a good
All
night.
right. Take it easy, guys.
Night.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.